Hey guys, this is Dreadbane joined by Sapphire. We're up to Game 4 of the New Zealand Cup between AlwaysYou, the green Zerg this time, and Stroggos, the red Protoss player. Now this is blistering sands, and AlwaysYou came back with one.
Yeah, always you. If he loses a game, he loses the tournament. So Stroggos had to take the last game, and Stroggos opened with that same opening, the forward aggressive proxy double gate into Forge Fast Expand wall in, and Always You was once again trying to get that fast expansion going, but because of the positions on Lost Temple, he was forced into retreating and one base roaching. But Stroggos made the mistake of, instead of going for that gateway tech that he'd used so well in the first two games, the switching to mass air just didn't work. But now this is Blistering Sands, and curious choice, this pylon is not where I thought it would be. I was expecting Stroggos, the lover of wall-ins, I thought he would be throwing up the double gate wall at this trademark block in Blistering Sands where Protoss can wall with just two gateways, and it's really, really fantastic for a Protoss player. They love it. They can throw one cannon behind it, and they can just happily sit there and then go out the backside of their base. But no, Stroggos has gone for the wall in. So obviously, in terms of the mental games, he's been totally thrown off by his strategy failing him last game in those advantageous positions. So he's going to wall in on his ramp. So this is interesting play. This is obviously how he plays Blistering Sands, even making a little mix up there as he switches positions on the gateway. So I feel Stroggos might be a little bit off his game right now and just thrown by that last game.
It's really funny how that works, because you win two and then you lose one, and then all of a sudden everything you've done in the past is no good. So it's funny the little mind games that happen after that. He does see the spawning pool with this little probe just doing little harassment, so nothing too crazy going on there. As on his side, he's just being very, very careful. He doesn't really want this early expansion, you would imagine, if he didn't wall it off at the trick you pointed out, Seth. So I guess we're in for another one, as really it's just Stroggos just happy to wall himself in his regular base.
Yeah, looking like we may see an expansion go down for Always You, working on this probe, but he has done a bunch of minerals banked and no extractors online. So I expect to see this hatchery go down once Stroggos has stopped harassing him. So Always You really needs to put that expansion down. But no, he has still being harassed by this probe. So this is a bit of an unfortunate thing for AlwaysYou. His mineral surplus still very, very high despite pulling off that queen. Still cannot throw down this expansion, and sitting on that many minerals is bad. Finally he gets it down, so that was good harass by Stroggos. Didn't lose the probe, but here come the Zerglings, which are going to shut down this probe completely. Meanwhile, Stroggos has thrown down a cybernetics core and put a Zealot as part of his wall in. Now, we saw famously Stroggos lose in this exact same situation against Moonglade in the New Zealand versus Australia show match, where unfortunately did a very similar opening for Stroggos, but he left his Zealot a little, basically one hex square to the left too far, and Moonglade just ran by with his Zerglings and took the game like that. So interesting to find out if Stroggos has learned from his mistakes, and looking like he has. These Zerglings cannot get in, so I imagine he's very, very careful about positioning after that embarrassing loss to Moonglade there. But now we're seeing these Zerglings working on this Zealot. Zealot's going to go down. A sentry comes in. It's going to be able to block this ramp, and there's only two Zerglings left. One Zergling left now, so Stroggos should be just fine. And I don't think AlwaysYou is going to overcommit to this attack because he had that delayed expansion. So it took him quite a while to get that expansion online, and looking like AlwaysYou is just using this Zergling as a scout. This sentry will shut it down eventually. He's just trying to get scouting information from it, even taking a few naughty little hits on that probe, but he's basically going to be taken out here, and he's not even going to see this gateway go down.
Yeah, it's curious the positioning of really Stroggos' stuff, because he's got his two gateways hidden in the back of his mineral line to protect them. Then he puts another one right in plain view, I believe, of AlwaysYou just before he died. So yeah, just a bit of an odd one there. I mean, he obviously wants to keep his gateways a bit of a secret there. I mean, he's just going to reinforce this wall. So frustrating when you just get that little Zergling tight wall off by 1 pixel, as you said. It's just so frustrating and just embarrassing when it happens. So you always learn from that. But really, it's just really AlwaysYou protecting his expansion now with these spine crawlers now being made. I wouldn't imagine that Stroggos would push out so quickly, although he does have his warp gates now coming online, so he might very well do that. So yeah, we'll just have to sit tight.
Yeah, sitting on 2-gate right now, so I'm not quite sure which direction Stroggos is going to take this, whether he's going to macro up and go 4-gate or try and just do a little bit of damage here with his early push and then transition into an expansion. Meanwhile, AlwaysYou throwing down that delayed roach, and he was surplusing minerals there, so the roach is not a bad choice, especially considering Stroggos has not really scouted, throwing down this forward pylon, trying to establish himself to do 2-gate pressure here, and I don't think it's going to be successful. We do see these spine crawlers, and now the roach production is starting to stream out, and because of that delayed expansion, there is a big surplus of unspent minerals for AlwaysYou. But these roaches coming in, this queen's online here, needs to pull these roaches back, as he does, and this door is really shut on this attack. But more units being warped in, bunch of sentries. This is a lot of sentries here for Stroggos, and he's able to go and work on these destructible rocks. And these roaches, if Stroggos pulls them back, really do no damage to this rock. AlwaysYou realizing that there might be some foul play going on here because he was not hit at his front, and he's bringing these roaches here, wondering where the enemy is. But now this Overlord's going to pick it up. He does know that his back door is going to be open, so this is going to be a bit problematic because these spine crawlers would not be involved in this engagement. So this is good choice here by Stroggos. It's going to be really desperate times for AlwaysYou, who does have one spine crawler with 2 more spine crawlers on the way at his main, really turtling up as one Overlord goes down, and it's supply caps. AlwaysYou, who has a lot of minerals there, he could be making more units. Do not agree with this, attacking behind you, so spine crawlers. AlwaysYou is getting one roach trap, now committing to the attack. That's bad execution by AlwaysYou, but Stroggos, nice force fields there, able to thin these units down. But now, this time for that engagement has meant this 3rd spine crawler has come online, trying to just pick off these overlords. And now this turtle build here from AlwaysYou, going to barbecue a queen, but there is 3 spine crawlers going to work, and these roaches coming in from the top, so Stroggos is a bit surrounded, and these sentries are very low energy, and these forces being slowly thinned out, lots of damage being taken by the spine crawler, one further spine crawler being moved into position here, so Stroggos is cut off. He really cannot do too much damage. I'd imagine the smart choice would be to get out of there, because he's not going to break this natural, and he's not going to break the main, I don't think, with this many spine crawlers and a bunch of Zerglings on the way. But no, nice choice. He's going into the back of his main, and he's going to work on these drones here. He's going to get a bunch of kills, but he does not want to lose this army. This is important that he doesn't lose this. Drones evacuating here, getting the queen, shutting down the main here. So that reinforcement from that forward proxy pylon is working wonders right now. Stroggos bringing more and more troops in as these spine crawlers burrow in. So this is desperate times here for AlwaysYou, trying to get some crazy defensive positions off, and looking like Stroggos is in serious trouble.
Yeah, he didn't want to really back down there. He is going to lose his army after all this. These spine crawlers about to warp in, really burrow in there. As more of these Stroggos reinforcements flood in, they're actually going to take out these spine crawlers, and the drones still not mining at this main. They're all at the expansion there, so just Stroggos just really reinforcing quite well. He's got these gateways just pumping these units in his 4 gateways, and now he's got his expansion going down as he continues to press forward. This Zergling panic button being hit. All these Zerglings now on the field. They really could get us surrounded if there's more of them, with all these only Stalkers really left in this main attack. It looks like Stroggos is really going to leave these Stalkers to their own devices here, because not any more coming through, so they're just going to do as much damage as he can. He's going to push these back with a couple reinforcements waiting at the bottom of this ramp. So a good attack there, very good attack there by Stroggos, and he didn't lose everything, which is a good bonus.
Yeah, massive pressure being applied by Stroggos, and just looking by shutting down this main, there's massive advantage here for Stroggos, falling down in the harvester count down to 20 for AlwaysYou. More Stalkers coming in. These last few roaches retreating to the spine crawlers. AlwaysYou desperately trying to get his main going again, but looking like Stroggos is going to take this, because I do not know what AlwaysYou can do. There are so many units in his base. His production is cut. There's no creep between his expansion and his main. These Zealots going to work on these roaches, buttressed up against this force field, and AlwaysYou calls GG. So Stroggos takes it.
Yeah, that's just a great choice there by Stroggos. The good old-fashioned 4-gate, hiding 2 of them behind the mineral line and only showing 2 to his opponent. So that was very good play by him, and it really did catch AlwaysYou by surprise, and he just couldn't really catch up after that. He had all his spine crawlers in the wrong positions, and he just unorthodoxly went in the back rocks and then got himself pinned. And anyway, great play by Stroggos.
Yeah, absolutely.